Good morning, everybody. How are we all? I'm pretty good. It's warming up here. Got to 29 yesterday, so it is a bit cooler than it has been. I'd like to see that temp drop to about 24 though, which hopefully it will soon. So I guess you'd say it's another sunny day here, and which is great in some parts of the world, but gee, I wish we could get some rain. I actually need rain for work. So this is the slowest time of year for me. And as soon as it rains, everything will start growing again. We just get so dry at this time of year that things just completely stop growing. So bring it on, bring it on. Let's have a look at this shed. I only really checked this out a couple of days ago. I've been in it before, obviously, but had a really good look, and this is what the previous owners left us. Heap of chicken feed gear. This is cool. Bird boxes. So they'll be going up. And get as many birds in here as we can. And this is my rookie worm castings. So I got these out of my original bin, and it was set up wrong. So it was too deep. It was about 6 inches deep. And the worms weren't getting around it as much as I would have liked. And the other thing, if you have it too deep, you never see the worms. You've got to go digging for them. But if you have them a bit shallower and you've got newspaper on top of them, you get to see your little friends all the time, which is quite satisfying. Worm farming is way more fun than it has any right to be. There we go. Okay. So the garden's coming on really well, actually. It's sort of bounced in the last day. The cabbages are growing really well. The red one's struggling a little bit, but all the Savoys are going very well. Guava, it's a really nice looking plant. Actually, it's got a little bit of a struggle happening. That may just be a bit of transplant spot. Shock, we'll see. Old man Danu is definitely loving life. He's grown. There'll be little Danus everywhere soon. Brought my carrot bucket in. Been sitting out the front and I saw it. I was like, ooh, carrots. So get another bucket. Basil. So this is cool. This is what I picked up from Mum's house yesterday. I don't know what type of nectarine it is, but I know it's a nectarine. And I've faced it so it's turning away from the sun a little bit, so it'll grow back towards us. And yeah, I love nectarines. Peaches and nectarines, but nectarines, because they don't have the fur on them, are a bit better, but I don't mind the fur on the peach. It's good. This dragon fruit is really bouncing at the moment. I think it's growing about 1 inch a day. I've got the string. I'll tie that up today. The onions are all surviving. Some of them are trying to stand up. That'll take a little while. So let's go for a walk. I'll show you the shed. So I got my flash new hat on. Leah bought it for me because I lost my other one. I don't know where it is. Don't know where it is. Hat, sunnies. Oh, see you later. Off to the world of left sock, I guess. So let's have a look here. Plus, I kind of fixed it. I'm not really putting a lot of effort into it because we're going to change it. I'm going to put a big roller door in here, big 3 metre wide one, so even muppets like me can't run into it. And yeah, she's a bit secondhand, but ironically not too much worse than it was before I run it over. This is fun. I didn't have any star pickets, so I got my crowbar and I thought, well, this will do for now, and I pounded on that with a big old hammer, and only went, well, you can see the tip down there. I think it went about 4 inches into the ground, 5 inches, and that's it. Won't go any further, so it's hard stuff. So we're also going to get this. Grace, leave it alone. Go on, go on. It's not yours. Good girl. So we're going to get this shed here concreted all the way out to the road, put a roller door in it, and then cut that all the way back to the fence, reinforce it, and get some bins in there. And then we're going to have to work out some sort of composting flow through system, because whilst I'll be feeding a lot of it to the worms and a lot of it in the garden. I feel like I'm going to have a fair bit of compost left, and obviously we'll be trying to sell that. And the way I do that is through my work. So I will sell compost. I also sell chicken manure, sifted, well, not sifted chicken manure, but sifted chicken manure compost, and buckets of, well, I used to sell buckets of chicken manure dirt out of the old coop. So there are ways for me to sell this stuff already, but obviously we'd like a little bit more of a local market if we've got enough compost. The Nelly Kellys are going really well. This swale, I know I talk about it, but I haven't watered it now for days, and it is perfect. Yep, ate it. Yep, beautiful, beautiful. Probably should get some mulch on that. Those guys will be alright with the mulch because they're big and the slugs won't kill them. So here, and I guess it's the same in a lot of places, not in Namibia, weirdly, they don't seem to have slugs and snails. They got termites. Not sure which one I'd rather have. Probably the termites, to be honest. Bounty's going good. I'll give that a trim today. Little Tulsi basil cuttings are still alive. That's how you propagate them. You just take the softwood cutting and then put it in water and wait, and it will grow. I'm waiting for the old lady to come around to plant that callistemon because she's got plans for it apparently, and everything in here is going really, really well. Not sure if the cabbages, I think the cabbages out in the full sun are doing a little bit better, but not noticeably, which is strange. But then one has worm castings, one doesn't. I always do this. What I should do is I should experiment with worm castings in the same bed with the same crop and have a look. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have a permanent, well, obviously this is the house that worms are going to build, or the garden that worms are going to build, but I'm probably going to get a garden bed and keep it worm casting free just as a control and see whether I am telling the truth or not. So a lot of people have been talking about worm castings and they say they don't give nutrition. They're more for micronutrients, biology, soil health, that sort of stuff, you know. But I tend to disagree with that just a little bit, because worms are essentially what they eat. So if you're feeding them stuff high in nitrogen, that nitrogen's still going to be there. As I've said before, they create a little bit of phosphorus, and obviously anything like you feed them banana peels, and that's going to be rich in potassium castings. So there is ways, I would say, to turn worm castings into actual fertilizer, and it's something I'm really interested in. So rather than having to fertilise as well as worm cast, put worm castings in, then maybe you just give it one hit, you know. So, all right, guys, that's it for me today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope it's not as hot where you are as it is where I am, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye now.